Hello everyone. So today we're going to talk about connected route and we will discuss what are the prefix we have in connected route and what are the parameter is defined or associated with this connected route. So for connected route, the route going to connect on the same router. So always remember the route which having on the same router the connectivity means two or more than two LAN connected on the same router, then only they are able to generate the connected route. Suppose we have first LAN 1 here, LAN 2, LAN 3. What are the LAN? Local access network. LAN 3. So everyone having their gateways on the configure on the router. So this gateway going to generate as a connected route. Okay, we will see that. Means we are not going to define anything else except we will configure the interface, which is the gateway of the LAN, and the communication going to start happening between the end user. Okay, clear? So we will do this lab and we will understand why and how this is going to happen. If there is no router, then second scenario we will see, we will replace with the layer 3 switch with this router. Then we will see this is not going to be happened. All three LAN not going to communicate their associated end user. Okay, so create this scenario. So we will connect first router and we will see how smooth communication going to be placed, because router going to introduce connected route associated with what? Their gateway. So let's quickly jump to the lab. So I'm going to take one of the switch. Let me take 941 switch and let's see how many interface do we have. We have two interfaces. How many interface inbuilt, guys?
Sir, it is router, no?
Yeah, this is router. You can see device model. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Device.
So you tell switch that so.
No, the second scenario we will discuss about the switch. If I will replace this router with the switch, layer 3 switch, then what are the challenges about the connected route? Okay, the first scenario where we have router. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Understand? Okay, so I'm not able to see this. I think options preference. I have disabled the label device name. I want this device name. Ah, yes, I want. Okay, so we have router 0. Okay, and so how many inbuilt do we have? Two interface. But I told you 3 LAN we have to take, right, guys? Everyone.
Yes, sir.
So how do you do? So I will show you. You can do by using stick on router or second method called hardware interface. So first I will do the hardware interface. Okay, so today we are going to take for each LAN we have one connected dedicated interface. Means we need 3 interface. Okay, and next scenario in the router itself I will do, if we have single interface I want to connect 3 different LAN, then how we going to do? That is called stick on the router. Okay, then we will replace this router with the switch and see the challenges. on the both case, with the different interface, with the single interface. Clear? So we have total 4 scenario. So we are working with the first scenario. Clear, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
what is the first scenario? So I want 3 interface. So we have inbuilt 2 interface. I'm going to switch on this module. Let me zoom in, and let me check if I'm able to add a LAN card. Do we have one more LAN card? Yes, we have good number of LAN card here. So I can take 2T, it's not for LAN card. 4ESW, HV 4ES means if you click this, they will give you the descriptions at the below. Description says that this is provide 4 switching port, so I need that. I'm going to switch off my router, then I will place my module to this. So it's connected. Now I switched on my router. I'm going to minimize this. Okay, zoom out this. Now it's actual. Go to the CLI and let's check how many interface do we have now. So before that, I'm going to configure the router name. Here I'm going to take router 0. So instead of that, I will give the router 1 as a host name, also router 1. Okay, and this will be going to save and come to the CLI. Now we have, you can do using by the command line also, but I prefer that. Okay, now come to the configuration mode. I want to see the how many interface. Do so IP interface brief is a command by which I can see the interface. So we have 2 built-in interface, that is comes with the product, with the vendor recommendation, and other I have additional module with the 4 interface. Okay, so let's configure this. So we have this interface. Before configuration, let's connect 3 LAN switches. So I'm going to select the switch. You can go here, click switch, and you have multiple switches. I'm going to do control, click this. You can paste 3 switches. I'm going to give the name. I don't want to keep 0 as a name, so I'm going to name this switch is a switch. I will give switch 3. This is going to be switch 3. We have 1 and 2. I'm going to save the host name. I will click same way for all. Okay, and I'm going to do same thing for all. Switch 1, save it. Now switch 2, it's clear. Okay, now so we have switch 1, switch 2, switch 3 means LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. Just a very simple topology I want to, and we will see the packet flow, how it's going to happen. Then we will go for each and every scenario. Okay, now so I'm going to select couple of PC. So let's control and click. I can click. This is easy. If you do the control one, I'm going to control and press laptop. I took the 3 PC, 3 laptop, and I'm going to click the 3 servers, means each LAN having 1 servers. That's more than enough. Okay, so every LAN having 1 laptop, 1 PC, and this. Now, and sorry, I'm going to bring this 0 on switch 3, because I'm going to give the name as 0 for 1 PC 1, laptop 1, and server 1 with the associated with the switch 1, and then go for same way Same way you can select PC2, server 2 and the laptop 2. Are you able to see how I'm going to do? You have to practice the same manner. Guys, everyone. Comfortable till this point, Manmohan, Jiten?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's quickly, just I don't want to care about the cable right now, so I'm going to select this cable, control, select this so that you no need to take again and again, just connect this all PC1, laptop 1 and server 1 connected to switch 1, and I'm going to connect this again, another connected to this. I just finish these connections, and this is, I have not customized any connection, I just random took the port number. Okay, I'm not worried about the ports and their connectivity. I want to do the lab. So 3 LAN, LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. So LAN 3 having this host name, server 0, server PC 0 and laptop 0. I'm not going to change. So let's do the our lab. So we have 3 interface, gig 0/0 and then gig 0/1 and last one is fast ethernet 0/0/. So let's configure this. So do you know the convention for the LAN? What going to be convention, guys? Let me draw and understand the first IP convention. So let's understand. So we have, this is the topology R1, okay, and the LAN switch connected. This is symbol of LAN 1, LAN 2, and this is LAN 3. Okay, everyone, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what will be the IP for the LAN 1, Manmohan, by the standard nomenclature?
192.168 dot 1 dot anything
X, anything.
X. Yeah,
So
anything.
dot 1 will be the gateway,
Yes, sir.
right? And the remaining for the, so what I will give for 11, I will give for the server, and 12 for PC and 13 for laptop, or 100 I will give for PC, 101 I will give for laptop. Okay, same thing, I'm going to follow this. So this same IP here, 2.1 will be the gateway,
Yes,
here
sir.
3.1. Okay, same way. So for LAN 3 and LAN 2. So let's configure this. So this is the benefit. I should not teach you the IP address. You should know that. So LAN 1. So which one is LAN 1? You can see gig 0/0 is LAN 1. Clear, guys? So interface gig 0/gig interface I given. I will do no shutdown first command. So L2 interface going to be come up, then I will assign the IP address. So command is IP address, and what is my gateway? 192.168.1.1, because the gateway 255.255.255. Tell me, Manmohan, what will be my subnet marks?
0.
Excellent, /24. So that's all. So I'm going to configure next interface gig 0/1. This goes to which interface?
Second one.
Second. Let's give the description also. It goes to connect to whom? Connect to
Switch to.
Yes, no, I will give the LAN to. This is Victor to say. Connect to LAN to. It's the name, convention. Okay, and give the unassert. So L2 interface is up. I can see. Then I will assign the IP address. IP address is 192.168. Jitendra, can you help me? What will be the IP?
Uh, you're from 1 to
LAN 2,
LAN, right?
2.1, 255.255.255.0. This is the end. Now go to for the last one. I have not given any description for 0/0. Let's give the description for this. So that will be good practice. Give always proper description connected to LAN 1. So you can see that show run, it will show you with the description, so that whenever you will see the configuration, they will tell you description is gig 0 connect to the LAN 1, and then IP address is duplex speed. These all are configured. Okay, come to the third interface. So third interface we have, what is the interface name? Fast Ethernet 0/0 interface, Fast Ethernet 0/0/0, and we will do no shut. And I'm going to give the description here. Description that will connect to whom? Connect.
LAN 3.
Yes, excellent. LAN 3. LAN 3. Wow. Now let's start giving the IP address. I'm going to give IP address, and let's do question mark. They are telling unrecognized command. Means it will not take, because these are the Ethernet switch. These are not a routable interface, means we have to enable the routing. So what command? No switch port. But
Yeah,
let's
right.
see that's going to work or not.
No switch.
No switch port. If I will do no switch port is incomplete command, means this is not going to work. No switch port not helpful. So means it's a pure layer 2 protocol. Layer 2 interface. So you have to create virtual interface. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the VLAN. Do you remember I have taught you VLAN database? So let's first, I'm going to create the normal VLAN, whether I'm able to create or not. VLAN, what? LAN 3, that's why I'm going to give the 3. LAN, VLAN 3. Oh, no, you can't. The wrong way. So you cannot. So let me go to in the privilege mode. Not in, yes, in privilege mode. If I will create VLAN 3, they give it wrong. So how we going to configure?
It's interface VLAN tree, right?
Yes. So do you remember VLAN database, guys?
Yep.
A question mark. Can you see the VLAN database? You have to create VLAN database, because this is router. There is no VLAN database. So once you enable, you are in VLAN configuration mode. This is applicable only for router. Once you are going to do in switch, instead of router, there is a layer 3 switch. The scenario will be different. We will see what are the command you can directly configure the VLAN by using the VLAN command. Okay, so now we have to create the VLAN database. Now you create the VLAN 3 and give the name also. So it's automatic, they take the name, but I want to give the VLAN name. Oh, I don't want to give already take a name, that's not going. So VLAN 3 is created. Let's see what's the command. So VLAN switch. The command says that you have VLAN 3. You see that? But there is no interface associated with that. So I have to map one interface to the VLAN there. Guys, that's why I'm not teaching you the two interface. Always you will see I'm going to select 3 interface because you will see the challenges. Okay, inbuilt interface are coming routable. If you don't have routable interface, then what you going to do? So now, so I'm going to make the association with my interface 0/0/0. We have VLAN. I will map this. Then I will use switch port mode. What is command? You can do the question mark. You can see the access and mode. So I will first configure as a mode called access. Make it this mode as access. Now you can configure what VLAN is supposed to be accessible. VLAN is 3. Switch port mode access. Okay, this is giving wrong. Why? Let me see this. The switch port mode and then access, then VLAN, and there is no space. Okay, there is a space required. I did not given first time. There is no space and error is showing at the pointer switch port, whether switch port is okay, working fine. Now you can see this is the Amber and it's going to check and it's going to come up with the profile. But there is something called CDP native VLAN mismatch. What happened? This interface went down. Once I have done this, so native VLAN went into mismatch. He's telling by default we have VLAN 1 as native. So native VLAN is mismatch. So what is the command? So run. If you do, so you map this interface with something called VLAN 3. But have you defined the native VLAN here? Have you defined your native VLAN? So how do you check? So interface trunk. Do we have any trunk, guys? Tell me. Do we have any trunk? Anyone? No. I don't have trunk. But what is happening? Why it's showing the native VLAN mismatch? Once you make VLAN 3, what will be your tagging? Native VLAN belong to the VLAN 3. Okay, that's not VLAN 1. But this switch by default having VLAN 1. Go to CLI. They are telling I have VLAN 1. So what going to do here? What you going to do? What interface you have connected? 0, 1. So either you change your native VLAN, make it VLAN 3, okay, or from switch side the entire LAN, or you can define VLAN 1 where on the router. Okay, so let's do that. It's this scenario. I'm going to do the create VLAN 1. I'm going to map here with the VLAN 1. I'm not going to teach you today what is native VLAN. Clear, guys? So what I'm going to do for this solution, I'm going to create one more VLAN. That's a VLAN 1 is there already there. So interface, sorry. So IP interface VLAN. So IP interface if. So we have VLAN 1 inbuilt. So I'm going to use this. So how you going to use this? So if you do, so so VLAN. So you can see that, so VLAN switch. Okay. So you can see that this map to from VLAN 1 it switched to here. That's why they're giving the error. I have native VLAN 3. I will tag my packets with that. But here on switch by default is telling I have VLAN 1. I'm tagging this. Every packet tag with the VLAN 1. So in between these two, it's a mismatch. This is talking about VLAN 1. He's talking about VLAN 3. So how do you solve one problem? You make it this as a VLAN 1. So I'm going to remove this from VLAN 3. Okay, in this scenario, but I will teach you if you want to give your IP, so you have to configure this switch as a VLAN. Tell me your VLAN 3. You have to map with that. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do, because I want to concentrate on today routing class. We will discuss about the tagging, native VLAN and other behavior. We have very beautiful lab in detail. Okay, so I'm going to do, just I show you how to create VLAN. Here I no need to create VLAN. We have VLAN 1. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this command 0/0/0, and I'm going to remove the tagging with the switch port access VLAN 1. I'm going to, so as soon as I do that, you can see this error stop. It's going to stop show running. Let's see what's going to be configured here. So you can see as soon as I removed, so this is only command. By default command VLAN 1 is running on every interface. Now the interface came down. Now it's going to be come up after a certain time. If the spanning tree going to resolve, and it's now you can see the interface is up, but there is no log called mismatch. Okay, clear? So I can create the configuration interface IP. Yes, so I'm going to configure interface VLAN 1. This time it's a virtual interface, and I'm going to do no cert. I will give IP address. What is the IP address? 192.168. Tell me what is the IP address, guys. LAN 3. Manmohan, are you on call?
Yes, sir.
What will be the IP?
3.1.
3.1. It's not point, it is dot.
Oh, sorry, sir.
255.255. Okay, that's not an issue. Dot 0, you are at the very beginning position. Okay, now I'm done. I'm going to do right. This all configuration going to be right, and now we have show IP interface brief. So we have assigned inbuilt interface router 3 module. That's a straightforward. Okay, routable, but this is not a routable interface, so I make it up layer 2 interface, and their virtual interface is configured. VLAN 1, if we create the, we can create another VLAN also, you saw, but you have to do the tagging native VLAN for that. We saw that. We will see those problems how to resolve in the alternative way in the upcoming classes. So we have 3 interface. So this interface already created, and this interface having as a gateway for their respective LAN. Okay, guys, clear till here? Yes, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's see the root. So IP route. What is the command to see the root? So IP route. Enter this. Okay, so you have to understand the code. Here we have code L as a local C as a connected. See C as a connected. These are the attribute. So wherever you see the C means it's a connected root. L means local root. S means static, and R means reef, M means mobile, and so on. Okay, we will study each and every one. Don't worry. So today we will concentrate about the local and connected. So every connected route is called local. It's called local. But local means it's my IP. What is the my IP? It will tell you what is the IP configure, means /32. Locally configure. Is connected to the LAN, that's a connected subnet. It will define the whole family, the connected route, whereas the local will define what IP configure to that interface. Let's explore this. So this says that 192.168.1.0/24 means this is the first IP of the family /24. Agree? Are you agree, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the subnetted. Okay, now means it talking about complete family, means any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number is telling. So if you want to go to here, this is connected to which interface? Is connected to gig interface 0/0. Directly connected given. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? This says that if you want to connect to any of this IP belong to this, I will send those packets to that interface. And if you throw those packets on that interface, it will go to here on this switch, and switch will send to that's well. Now in this family, one IP assigned to me locally as /32, which is nothing, that is assigned to my interface, that is called, okay, that is called gig ethernet 0/0. Clear, Manmohan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So same way, so you understand all the, now this route telling about this family. This is talking what is the interface configured, and if you belong to any of this family, you have to dump the packet on this. Same with 3. So this is, you have not configured anything, you have just assigned the gateway on the interface. This is static, sorry, connected route automatic generated in the routing table, right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now let's configure the IP, and I'm going to do this manually right now, but you can do using the DHCP also. So you want to do the manual? First we will do the manual. Okay?
Oh, okay,
So
sir.
let's understand the what is manual and how easily you can do by using the DHCP. So let's go to desktop, and this is the IP configuration, and I'm going to assign my IP. So I belong to LAN 1, so my IP will be 192.168.1.100. I will give my laptop any IP. You can see /24 is taken. Who is my default gateway? I know that 192.168.1.1 is my default gateway. DNS I don't have, I don't want to configure. Just cross it after this configuration. Now you have to verify. How do you verify? You have to go to command prompt, and the command is ipconfig. What is command? ipconfig. Oh, ipconfig. There's no space. Okay, no space. Yes, that's a command. Give me, excuse me.
हेलो
Yes, hello.
सर नेटवर्क लॉस हो गया था
network loss was, okay, let me see what is the ping status. No, it's going good. Oh, I went somewhere. I told you wait, excuse me. Okay,
Okay,
quickly.
okay, sir.
Okay, now, so in just I want to switch off the PC. It's too cold. Okay, now you can see that here where we are here manually I have configured. So my IP is this, my default gateway. So what testing you have to do? You have to ping your gateway. Are you able to reach your gateway or not? 192.168.1.1. You have to ping your gateway. If you are able to reach your gateway, means you are reaching from here to this interface. Okay, now we are good.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
now
Jitendra sir is trying to
join. Yes,
join.
because there is electricity issue. He pinged me. Let him try. That's not an issue. We have recording set.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
sir.
fine. So you concentrate here.
Okay,
So you have 192.168.1.1 your gateway. You are able to ping from PC. Clear? Okay, now come to the laptop. I'm going to give configure again manual same way. Tell me what IP going to configure. 192.168. Tell me IP.
for second LAN, no, sir.
No, it's a 4. Still I'm in the first LAN.
So 1.1001.
100.1 always you have to give different IP.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to remember, you have to audit this. If you have 100 of PC, you can understand how tedious work there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so in second line I'm not going to use this method. In second line I will use the DSCP. Okay, so let's check it out. Config, we will verify, because if you do any configuration, second step verification and testing. Without verification testing, nothing is nothing nothing acceptable in the network. That's a real process. Whenever you work in an organization, you have to understand anything you configure, you have to do the immediate verification, and then you have to do the testing. Okay, so I verified is a configured. Let me do testing. I'm able to reach my gateway or not. 192.168.1.1. I'm able to reach my gateway. And second test you do, I'm able to reach my neighbor, my PC. Yes, I'm able to reach that also. Dot 100 means my network is working perfectly. Now I'm going to configure the LAN 1 server, and let's give the configuration of IP first. So all are static. Can you see the here is static? 192.168.1.11.
103.
No, I'm going to give them 11 as a gateway. Sorry, 11 as a server. I will for 11, 12, 13 in that nomenclature. 1.1, and same way I will test. You have to do same testing. So ipconfig, verify first, is it configured? Yes. Now you ping to the gateway 192.168.1. Okay, so you can see if you have multiple PC laptop, you can't give it. Suppose I want to take 5 to 6 PC or laptop and test. This is tedious if you have in production how many PC and laptop in branches. So it's not possible to assign every time by using the manual. So you have to define. Let's define the DSCP. So here in LAN 2, let me go for the LAN 2. Okay, so I'm going to cover this part DSCP in the next upcoming session. I'm going to stop here. Okay, bye bye, see you in next class.